Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Seahawks team as they get ready here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting... A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
Doug Baldwin flat out competes, both for the football and downfield as a blocker in the running game, which helps power Seattle. In addition, you can utilize him as a slot receiver and outside the numbers. Went to the Pro Bowl after the 2016 season.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And now a look at the defense for the Colts.
When you look back at the 2016 season on defense for the Indianapolis Colts, and you look at the raw numbers, you're not impressed. 30th overall in total defense. So what they're trying to improve upon is playmakers. They've got to have some guys who can offset those types of numbers with making big plays and taking the ball away from the opposition.
Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, Wilson. And Diggs has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They go play action now. Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Second down, sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and the Colts pick it up. There he goes, left side, and he will score. Touchdown, give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They start the drive with Lynch. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The numbers for Marshawn a week ago. 18 carries, 104 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused. Yeah,
I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Colts come after it, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Vinatieri now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Wilson now off the bootleg. Oh, spinning away. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They run again on 1st down, Lynch. Lynch busting free. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Catch made right side by Wilson. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just want to let you know what's going on here. I have been working on the players. I've updated a lot of players. As you see, Russell Wilson, much more, I guess the word I could use. I mean, they're just more functional, doing less crazy things, looking more like Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning, Marshawn Lynch. I've had Marshawn Lynch done good before, but what I've been doing, I didn't save it, though. So now I'm saving them. I'm screenshotting the parameters that they have, that make them perform in a way that is good, and that's how I'm saving it. Now I got them all saved in there, they're locked in. So yeah, I have Barry Sanders playing for the Colts actually on this game. My intention was not to cast this game. I was gonna do Rams versus the Seahawks because I actually have the greatest show on turf looking like the greatest show on turf. Again, I think a while ago, before I really started casting, I had the Rams looking pretty good, but this is what happened. I lost focus and lost sight of my old ways, the old things that I discovered to change, to manipulate the players, and the old little tweaks and that I used to do, because I discovered new ones recently. Vis-a-vis, I discovered new ones through looking at what EA Sports did to make Tom Brady, and Kirk Cousins, believe it or not. I know you guys have seen my recent games with Kirk Cousins playing as the quarterback for the Ravens, because he's a game manager, he's a conservative quarterback, and that's the kind of quarterback you want for the Ravens. But anyway, looking at how they created that, I've been able to upgrade even Tom Brady. I took one of the traits, I made Tom Brady give him a more conservative. I give him a conservative trait, and that makes him even better. But anyway, I did open up my mind even more to the things you can do. There's even more things that I even knew, that more things than what I knew that affect the players. And so yeah, Marvin Harrison, I've tweaked them all in this game. But Peyton Manning, wait till you guys get to see Peyton Manning. He looks really good. Just like you see here, I hate those punt blocks. I hate the punt blocks. It's annoying. Last night I did this game actually, but they didn't have Barry Sanders. I'm trying to find a running back for the Colts, because Marshall Faulk is perfect for the Colts and what they do. Peyton Manning always, he's perfect for that offense. Peyton Manning always likes to have a running back he can throw to. But now that I got Marshall Faulk, and that's right, Marshall Faulk is updated. I got new Marshall Faulk, new Barry Sanders is crazy. And now that I have Marshall Faulk looking so good, and Kurt Warner looking good, I'm like, well, hold on, let me see. Because for a second, Eric Dickerson actually fed that offense better, except for the fact he wasn't a great receiver. But Eric Dickerson is a beast carrying the ball, especially running the right plays. And the Rams run those type of plays because you got to think about Todd Gurley. He's another tall, fast. He's very similar to Eric Dickerson. Tall, fast, strong type of back. But Marshall Faulk works really good on the Rams, and they actually look like the greatest show on turf. They score. I simulated them earlier. In fact, this is when I discovered, because I have to recreate Isaac Bruce because he glitched out on me. What happens sometimes when I'm making a whole bunch of changes, creating, sometimes the player will glitch out, and they're just like Isaac Bruce. When he gets the ball, he runs slow. So I'm going to have to create him again. But they look really good. But anyway, like I was saying, I want to find a running back for the Colts. I'm using Kareem Hunt right now. And by the way, I didn't even know Kareem Hunt had legal issues. I didn't even know he had legal problems. I discovered this last night by, I was trying to figure out a back for the Colts. And Kareem Hunt is very similar to Joseph Adai. He's more power than Joseph Adai, but he's that same kind of balanced back, good speed, catches the ball well, elusive. He's a bit more power, and Joseph Adai is a bit more elusive, but they still both had all elements. Joseph Adai had power too. He could do everything, and that's the kind of back that's perfect in this Peyton Manning offense. And I was using him last night, but he's all right. But I don't know. I guess I might just have to bite the bullet on that, because after running this offense with Marshall Faulk and seeing what it could be, which I will do some games with Marshall Faulk on this in this offense, so you guys can see. It's hard to step down from that. And then where with Kareem Hunt, he's pretty good. He makes plays, but he's nothing compared to what Marshall Faulk can do. Marshall Faulk is absolutely amazing with his ball catching ability. What he does is crazy, and I want to show you guys that. That's the game I intended to show, because I'm excited about the greatest show on turf actually looking like it. It was amazing to see. They was able to score on the Seahawks here. The Seahawks still look like the Seahawks, but the greatest show on turf, man, it's amazing to see. So I'm gonna show you guys that soon. But yeah, I've been editing and getting it in with these players. So yeah, check out on this game. I didn't really pay attention to what happened just now with Peyton Manning. I think they went 3-and-out, Peyton Manning and those guys. But just enjoy this, guys. I'm pretty sure this game's going to turn out good. And thanks for watching.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling.
One more thing. One more thing. I am doing the Patriots defense. That's going to be a task. I have put it off because, and this is, you know, recreation for me, you know, but now it's becoming a goal now, a challenge. Now that it's become, the intrigue has kind of shifted. And I initially, again, I apologize. I was asked to do that. I never said I would. I think I said I would consider. I said, yeah, I would do. I always knew I would. But I guess now I'm motivated, like, okay, I'm going to do it now. I think I just said I would eventually. I just was never motivated to sit there and make all of those players because it was such a collective unit, you know? And so I'm going to create Teddy Bruschi, Richard Seymour, Vince Wilfork is in the. I found Vince Wilfork. If I could get him though, I found him on the Titans. I think this must have been his last year. So if I could, but I've looked for him before, couldn't find him. I remember being confused about that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find him in the regular roster. I don't know, but anyway, Vince Wilfork, if I find him or not, he's gonna be in there. I'm gonna put him in. He has to be there. He's essential. And Rodney Harrison, strong safety. And then outside of that, I mean, I liked Ty Law, number 24. Ty Law was really dope. I liked him a lot, but he didn't play. I don't think he wasn't there for that undefeated Patriots team. You know, so I'm not gonna create Ty Law. I'm kind of jostled back and forth because Ty Law was interesting. He played cornerback that looked like a linebacker, so he sparks my interest. But I have the Patriots with that guy that played for the Broncos. I can't think of his name. Number 30. He wore 31 with the Patriots. What's his name? Tall guy. I can't think of his name right now. But they have their cornerbacks are good right now. The cornerbacks are good. They just need Teddy Bruschi and Mike Vrabel maybe. But honestly, I would rather create Willie McGinnis than Mike Vrabel. They played the same position. Willie McGinnis, you know, he's a Hall of Famer. Mike Vrabel was good, but I think, because the thing with a player like Mike Vrabel is like the same thing I'm doing with Kareem Hunt and Joseph Adai. Players like that, I'll usually find another player that is similar, that's already in the game, and I'll tweak them a bit to make them a bit more like Mike Vrabel or Joseph Adai, you know, but that's what I do with players like that. I typically only like to create Hall of Famers and All Pros, you know. And so that's my plans, guys. Look out for that. I gave in and decided to cast this game. I wasn't going to do that, but I enjoy casting. I wanted because I could just sit back and watch the game. I have an iPad now too, so I could sit back and watch it on my iPad and walk around the house and do whatever I want to do while the game's playing. And it's a real chill thing for me. So I gave in, and hopefully this turns out good again. All right, that's it. No more announcements.
NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On is the punter Ryan to send this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
That opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill loss of 14. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, but if we had any questions, that run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing. Maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. On second down, Rawls. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's John Ryan now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Offside. Defense.
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard right there at the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just take the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
Green 39! They're going to look to throw. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
On 2nd down, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, that's Lynch. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
To throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both teams have had their moments so far today, and that's why we have a tight game on our hands. We'll have to see if either side can take control in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and long. Diggs has got nobody around him on the catch. He ends up at the 44-yard line before he stopped on the play. Seahawks now later on the drive. Russell Wilson finding the little motor scooter, Tyler Lockett, and he goes in for the touchdown to cap the drive. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Seattle for the start of the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendency.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Mike Bennett in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They go with Lynch right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The Seahawks on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Wilson now to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. Wilson snags it left side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. And an alley to run. And look out. I think he's going to go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And now running right through it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defense has always talked about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's a give to Lynch. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Lynch. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block. But they're helping out, too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Colts on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Lockett. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And a give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We're getting mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go. 3-19. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Left side caught by Diggs. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing again here, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. On 1st down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. They dump it off to Lynch. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. Right near the 39. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Colts on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And that's caught by Tammy. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that. It was right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They run a draw here on 2nd down. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And now a first down following that long gain. Wilson will throw again. They set up the screen to Lynch. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Try and start this drive in the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Colts send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Play clock winding down. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back to throw. They'll dump it off complete to Lynch. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He's back to throw. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Final finding some room at midfield. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And that'll set him back 5. Back to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Wilson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. This will be caught inside the 10. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Indianapolis, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. There they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that'll do it for
so this game did not turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. It was very sloppy. I can accept a sloppy game with the Seahawks, their defense being as good as it is. But again, you know, Barry Sanders is nice to look at running the ball, but he was not able to help out in the pass game. As we saw, there was one series there where Peyton Manning looked to him, and you know, he just wasn't ready for the ball. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Colts again, but I'm actually going to do the Colts with Marshall Faulk. Why not? That's the best expression of the Colts that I have right now. so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like right now, like Stephon Diggs, I put him back with the Vikings. And I actually had, after looking at this though, I put Adam Thielen on the Colts to be the third guy. But after looking at this, and as my brain was churning, I saw Chris Hogan convert a 3rd and long. You know, if he could do that against the Seahawks, then he can't be too bad. So I was like thinking maybe I could leave Chris Hogan with the Colts, and I'll put Adam Thielen on the Vikings, so he could kind of be that Brian Finneran, I think that was his name. He could, you know, Vic could have that physical receiver, someone to play opposite of Julio Jones. I've been trying to figure out what to do with them too. This is all working towards a season that I'm going to do. So anything I cast now is just for like, okay, like just to keep putting stuff out there. But ultimately, I'm perfecting these players and to do a season, which it's looking like it's going to be really dope. Steve Young, you know, as I digress quickly, Steve Young right now, I got him. That's the player. I didn't mention him earlier. I got him looking really good. Joe Montana looks better. I'm not fully satisfied with Joe Montana because he throws more interceptions than what I would want, but he's still, his anticipatory throws are amazing. Just like how he was in real life. You know, he's real nice, but he'll throw too many interceptions. Like I put him against the Seahawks, and he just threw too many interceptions. Even though the defense is good, I wouldn't want any quarterback, like you see what Peyton threw one, right? I don't want any of my elite quarterbacks throwing more than that many interceptions on a regular basis, even against an elite defense like the Seahawks. That's how I'm gauging it. You know, an elite passing defense especially. So, I mean, what they sacked Peyton Manning, what is this equate to? 4.5? I guess 4 sacks. Sherman had his pick. Sherman's a monster. They took Marvin Harrison out the game, which is really why it's a big part of why that played a big factor in the game, just being kind of boring. But he had one nice catch you guys saw over the middle, a slant. He dove and snagged it. So yeah, I would have liked to see more out of the running back position with this game. And I mean, I'm happy with the outcome. What else? I don't know what else could I say about this game. It was just boring to watch. But okay, right now we're moving forward. I'm just gonna give you guys a chance to see what I'm talking about with Vince Young. I'm gonna leave. I know the Colts. The announcer said that the Colts have Vince Young. I mean, not Vince Young. They have the 49ers next on their schedule. But I'm actually gonna reload this thing so you can see Steve Young with the going against Marshall Faulk on the Colts. I'm gonna put Marshall Faulk on the Colts, and yeah, it should be interesting. So I'm gonna do that either now or later. I want to go to the gym. I want to go work out. So I'm going to see how my stomach feels. I just ate something. I want to go downstairs and hit the gym. So, hey, it's been nice talking to you guys. Let's take a look at this, Barry. You guys saw what I meant when I talk about Barry Sanders. But this isn't even the ideal playbook for Barry. This playbook is the Lions playbook, by the way. Jimmy Caldwell, he was the head coach of the Lions during when this game was released. And, that's Peyton Manning's offense, pretty much. And they really didn't modify it much. And it's an offensive playbook that I don't even like to run. I hate it, because it's good for Calvin Johnson, but Barry would never be able to get anything off. But now he can with the updates that I made to Barry, as you see. He couldn't do this before. Running that playbook, he had to have like a specific zone run type of playbook that made it easier for him. I was using the wrong kind of player type. So, all right. So anyway, I'm saying a lot right now. My energy's kind of down. I'm kind of bummed out a little bit. I'm about to go work out. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Probably going to go work out, drink some water, get my body feeling good. And then I'm going to cast that Steve Young game later. Yeah, so thanks for checking it out, guys. Please continue to be patient. I hope you got to see something today. Peyton Manning, he was pretty poised. I mean, again, this pass defense is tough. I think I had Richard Sherman as a man-to-man corner type. Normally, I switch him to balance. The EA Sports make him man-to-man, but I try to create differentiation from the players, especially like the star players. And looking at Richard Sherman, I feel like he's more of a balanced cornerback type versus Darrelle Revis, who they have man-to-man player type as well. And so I normally have Richard Sherman is balanced, and he plays good. I mean, every game you guys see, I think he almost gets an interception every game. He's tough as heck. But yeah, with Marvin Harrison again being taken out the game completely, which he was slowed down tremendously before anyway. Don't expect this game to be that exciting. I guess I kind of expected more. If the Colts had Marshall Faulk catching the ball off the backfield like crazy, like the way he goes crazy catching the ball off the backfield, Peyton Manning just goes to him. It's insane the stuff they do. You saw that one play they tried to throw it to Barry down the field. Marshall Faulk, that's a catch. It gets real sick. Marshall Faulk isn't quite as nasty running the ball as Barry, but he's nasty though. He's definitely nasty. I switched him up a bit. I added some traits to him, and he's dope. So look for that. That's what you're gonna see next. You're gonna see the Colts with Marshall Faulk going up against that San Francisco 49ers defense with Patrick Willis, Navarre Bowman, Alvin Smith, Ronnie Lott. Very tough defense, but expect some greatness out of Marshall Faulk, especially in the passing game. And also the receivers they're not gonna be shut down. Marvin Harrison won't be shut down. There's no Richard Sherman there to shut him down. So it's going to be a more exciting game. And Steve Young oh my God, I finally have Steve Young to where he's balanced. He stays in the pocket, but he will run. I just figured out how to do that. Before, like, as you saw with Russell Wilson scrambled a lot, but there was some rhyme and some reason to him scrambling. Steve Young's not going to try to run as much as Russell Wilson, but he is going to take off when there's an opportunity, and he's going to have some moves. He's going to have some looseness about him, and he has some speed about him, and he's going to throw the ball very well from the pocket. And he's going to be going to Jerry Rice, who's going to be spectacular. I had Terrell Owens. I'm going to go back and do that Patriots game with Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice and Steve Young. I'll probably go back and do that, but I'm so locked in on creating the Patriots defense. That's why I'm kind of holding off from that right now. But for fun, you know what? Let me see. How did that game turn out? I'm trying to remember what that game looked like. Because I feel like the 49ers are definitely, with Terrell Owens playing opposite of Jerry Rice, they're almost, it's very difficult to stop him. It's extremely difficult. And because there's no number 2 cornerback that can cover Terrell Owens or Jerry Rice, however they want to play it. So that's why I would do that. I tried them against the Seahawks, and it was pretty competitive. It was tough, but until there was this one play, Steve Young scrambled. He ran around, bought time, and he found Terrell open. Terrell Owens open. Terrell Owens just took it all the way down the field, scored, and after that, that pretty much set the tone. Terrell Owens was just killing him. I think Terrell Owens scored again because that number 2 corner that they have, what's his name? Maxwell. Like he doesn't have a chance at guarding Terrell Owens. And Jerry Rice, he battled with Richard Sherman. He had some catches, but yeah. So that particular team is a team that I probably just put against the Patriots because the Patriots have Rob Gronkowski with Moss, which has deemed to be like unstoppable for the most part. They haven't met their best potential opponent yet, though. Again, the 49ers did look good against them. It's just, we didn't have the right Steve Young out there. He kept trying to run too much. I had settings very similar to Michael Vick for Steve Young that time, and it just doesn't work for Steve Young because Steve Young, he's not that fast. So yeah, so that's a matchup that's probably going to be good to show. I think the Buccaneers, their defense is probably they're probably a good match for that particular Patriots team. But again, we'll just stay tuned, guys. I know I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to cover as much as I can, and I'm going to get up out of here. All right, peace out.